Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the most common money habits that might be keeping you poor and, more importantly, how you can break them. Let's be real for a second, there are a lot of bad financial habits out there. It's easy to fall into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck, racking up debt, and not investing in your future. But the good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 money habits that could be holding you back financially and, more importantly, what you can do to turn things around. We're going to talk about practical steps you can take today to start building a better financial future for yourself. So, if you're ready to ditch the bad habits and start making some serious progress with your money, stick around. Alright, let's talk about living beyond your means. This is a topic that hits home for many of us, and it's crucial to understand its implications. This is one of the biggest financial traps out there, and it's easier to fall into than you might think. The allure of instant gratification can be powerful. It's that feeling of I deserve this, or I'll just put it on credit and figure it out later. These thoughts can be tempting, especially when you're bombarded with advertisements and social media. But trust me, later always comes, and it usually comes with a hefty dose of interest and regret. The short-term pleasure often leads to long-term pain. The truth is, living beyond your means is a recipe for disaster. It creates a cycle of dependency on credit and loans. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. No matter how beautiful the house looks, it won't stand the test of time. It might look good for a little while, but eventually, it's all going to come crashing down. The facade of stability will crumble. You end up stuck in a cycle of debt, where you're constantly playing catch-up and never really getting ahead. It's a stressful and exhausting way to live. So, how do you break free from this cycle? It starts with awareness. Recognizing the problem is the first step towards solving it. You need to know exactly where your money is going each month. This means tracking every expense, no matter how small. Track your expenses, create a budget, and see where you can cut back. A budget is a powerful tool that can help you regain control over your finances. And let's be real, cutting back isn't always fun. It requires discipline and sometimes making tough choices. Nobody likes to feel deprived. It's natural to want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But here's the thing. You don't have to cut out all the things you enjoy. It's about finding a balance that works for you. It's about being smart with your money and prioritizing what's truly important to you. Focus on what brings you genuine happiness and value. Instead of eating out every night, try cooking at home more often. Not only is it cheaper, but it can also be healthier and more satisfying. Look for free or low-cost entertainment options instead of always going to expensive concerts or events. There are plenty of ways to have fun without breaking the bank, and when it comes to big purchases, like a car or a house, don't be afraid to spend less than you can afford. Living below your means can provide a cushion for unexpected expenses. Remember, true wealth isn't about having a lot of stuff. It's about having the freedom to make choices that align with your values and goals. It's about having financial freedom and peace of mind. This sense of security is invaluable and can lead to a more fulfilling life. And that starts with living within your means. By making mindful choices today, you can build a stable and prosperous future. Let's talk about budgets. I know it's not the sexiest topic, but trust me on this one. Having a budget is crucial if you want to get your finances in order. It's not just about numbers, it's about creating a plan that aligns with your goals and dreams. It's like having a roadmap for your money. Imagine trying to navigate a new city without a map or GPS. You'd likely get lost, right? Without it, you're just driving around aimlessly, hoping you'll somehow reach your destination. A budget provides direction and purpose. A budget doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple or as detailed as you want it to be. It's simply a plan for how you're going to spend your money each month. Think of it as a guide to help you make informed decisions. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month or two to get a clear picture of where your money is going. This awareness is the first step towards better financial health. Then you can start allocating your income to different categories like housing, transportation, food, and entertainment. This helps ensure that all your needs are met. The key is to be realistic with your budget. Don't set yourself up for failure by being overly restrictive. Don't try to cut back on everything all at once. It's about finding a balance that works for you. Start small and gradually make adjustments as needed. Small changes can lead to big results over time. And don't forget to factor in savings goals like an emergency fund or a down payment on a house. These goals give you something to work towards. Having a budget not only helps you track your spending, but it also allows you to make conscious choices about how you're using your money. It's about being intentional. It empowers you to say yes to the things that are important to you and no to the things that aren't. This way, you can prioritize what truly matters. And here's a bonus tip: automate your savings. This can make saving money effortless. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. This ensures that you save consistently without having to think about it. This way, you're less likely to spend the money, and it helps you build your savings effortlessly. Over time, you'll see your savings grow. Remember, a budget is not about restricting your freedom. It's about giving you control over your finances. It's about giving you the financial freedom to live the life you want. With a budget, you can achieve your financial goals and enjoy peace of mind. We've all been there. You're walking through the store just browsing when suddenly you see it. The perfect pair of shoes, the latest gadget, the must-have kitchen appliance. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and before you know it, you're at the checkout, swiping your card and telling yourself, "I deserve this." It's a moment of pure joy and satisfaction. That, my friends, is the power of impulse buying. It's driven by emotion, not logic, and it can wreak havoc on your finances. The thrill of the purchase fades quickly, leaving you with buyer's remorse. Those small, seemingly insignificant purchases can add up quickly and sabotage your financial goals. You might find yourself wondering where all your money went. So, how do you resist the urge to splurge? It's not easy, but it's possible. First, become aware of your triggers. Is it certain stores, websites, or even times of day when you're most likely to impulse buy? Maybe it's when you're feeling stressed or bored. Once you know your triggers, you can start to avoid them, or at least be more mindful when you're exposed to them. This mindfulness can help you pause and think before making a purchase. Another helpful strategy is to implement a waiting period. Before you make any non-essential purchases, give yourself 24 hours to think it over. This delay can help you determine if you really need the item. This will give you time to cool down, assess whether you really need the item, and compare prices. You might find a better deal elsewhere. And here's a simple but effective tip. Make a shopping list before you go to the store, and stick to it. This list can be your guide. This will help you stay focused and avoid those tempting impulse buys. It's about discipline and self-control. Remember, breaking the cycle of impulse buying takes time and effort. It's a gradual process. It's about retraining your brain to think differently about spending and making conscious choices that align with your financial goals. With practice, you can take control of your spending and achieve your financial dreams. Life is full of surprises, and unfortunately not all of them are good. Your car could break down, you could lose your job, or you could have an unexpected medical bill. These things happen, and when they do, it's crucial to have a financial safety net in place. That's where an emergency fund comes in. An emergency fund is a stash of cash that's specifically set aside for unexpected expenses. It's your financial peace of mind, knowing that you have a buffer to cover those unexpected costs without going into debt. So how much should you have in your emergency fund? A good rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. This may seem like a lot, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Start by setting a realistic savings goal, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month. Then, look for ways to cut back on your expenses or increase your income to free up more cash to put towards your emergency fund. And, here's a pro tip. Treat your emergency fund like a bill. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month, just like you would for your rent or car payment. Remember, building an emergency fund takes time and discipline, but it's one of the most important things you can do to protect yourself financially. Let's talk about investing. I know it can seem intimidating, especially if you're new to the game, but here's the thing. Investing is one of the most powerful tools you have for building wealth over time. It's about putting your money to work for you so that you can achieve your financial goals. The earlier you start investing, the better. That's because of the power of compound interest. Compound interest is essentially interest earned on interest. Over time, even small amounts of money can grow exponentially. Now, I'm not talking about getting rich quick schemes or risky investments. I'm talking about investing in low-cost index funds, which are basically baskets of stocks that track a particular market index, like the S&P 500. Index funds are a great option for beginners because they're diversified, meaning your money is spread across hundreds or even thousands of different stocks. This helps to reduce risk and increase your chances of earning long-term returns. There are plenty of resources available online and through financial institutions that can help you get started with investing. Don't be afraid to do your research, ask questions, and start small. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making consistent contributions over time and letting the power of compound interest work its magic. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more financial tips and advice. Let us know in the comments which money habit you're going to break first. Remember, breaking bad money habits takes time and effort, but it's well worth it. By making small changes and staying consistent, you can achieve your financial goals and build a brighter future for yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Start breaking those bad money habits today.